Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, let's predict the price trend of Advanced Micro Devices stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the price changes of a stock 1 month later. This channel only makes short-term price predictions for stocks, usually 1 to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. AMD stock has not performed well in the past 2 days. The stock price rose further on Thursday, which makes the stock seem to have entered a technical correction trend, and the stock price may fall further. The stock has experienced a roller coaster market this week, but it still has a 2% increase. But if the stock price falls further, I am afraid it will close in the red this week. Although the signal of capital selling is very obvious, the support position of the stock is also very obvious, and it seems not easy for the shorts to significantly lower the stock price. Through the 30-minute chart of the stock, we can see that the trading volume has been significantly enlarged when the stock price was at a high level in the past 4 days. There should be a lot of funds flowing out of the market here, and a lot of resistance has been formed in the area above the current price. If the stock price falls further, it will be very unfavorable for the bulls. If the stock price cannot rebound to the area above the current price in a short period of time, the possibility of further decline in the stock price is greater. Of course, if the stock price falls further, the support position of the stock is also very obvious. The stock rebounded at $108 on May 23rd and May 30th, and there should be a lot of long capital entering the market to take over the chips. If there is no major negative news, the stock price may not fall here in the short term, but based on the current market situation, it is possible to fall below the $115 level. Through the position distribution of the stock, we can see that most of the current positions of the stock are distributed in the $107.40 to $124.40 area, and the current price of the stock is in the middle and upper part of this area, which means that the stock is still supported by the bulls. However, the current short position of the stock has already occupied a place. If the stock price falls further, it will make the bulls more passive, and it will be more difficult for the stock price to rebound again. The stock is still about 10% below its current price of $107.40, which means that bulls still have a chance to stop short selling at a certain height and drive the stock price back up. On Thursday, AMD released a series of new artificial intelligence chips. These new accelerators may help the company compete with NVIDIA, as AMD has so far struggled to make progress in the huge market for hardware for artificial intelligence applications. The company launched the Instinct MI350 series of accelerators at its annual Advancing AI conference, showcasing the Instinct MI350X and MI355X graphics processing units and platforms. The company said the new series has 4 times the AI computing power and 35 times the AI reasoning power compared to the previous generation of AMD chips. The company said the new series of products achieved its 5-year goal of improving the energy efficiency of its AI hardware. AMD also announced a goal to improve energy efficiency in the coming years, which has become a focus for AI chip developers as the large amount of energy consumption in AI data centers has become increasingly regulated. Evercore ISI raised its price target for AMD from $126 to $144 on Friday, while maintaining its outperform rating on the semiconductor company following AMD's Advancing AI event. Evercore ISI noted that hyperscalers are working to diversify their AI chip supplier base, creating an opportunity for AMD to increase its market share. Despite the price target increase, the firm maintained its existing earnings expectations for AMD. Over the past 3 months, 35 analysts have tracked AMD stock and given a buy composite rating, with 65.7% of buy ratings and 0 sell ratings. This shows that Wall Street analysts are still strongly bullish on the stock. The average price target for AMD stock given by these analysts is $130, which is about 10% above the current price. The highest price target for AMD stock is $200, and the lowest price target is $95. Stock futures plunged early Friday as Israel launched airstrikes on Iran, leading to higher energy prices and adding to geopolitical tensions. President Trump urged Iran to reach a nuclear deal before it's all over. If Iran retaliates strongly and the conflict escalates, it will indeed have a certain negative impact on the stock market, but given Iran's limited military power, it is expected that limited retaliation may be taken, so at present, the conflict between the two countries seems to be still within control. Let's go back to the daily chart of AMD stock. The stock is currently a bit fuzzy technically, and the stock price does not seem to have fully entered a correction trend, because if the stock price rebounds sharply from the current position, then the stock may still break through the recent high and rise further. But in the current uncertain market environment, I think the stock is more likely to fall further. The current position of the stock has a lot of profit margin compared to the long capital that entered the market at a low level before, which means that the stock is also facing a technical correction at present. If based on the fundamentals of the stock seems to have a lot of room to rise, but technically the stock is also at risk of a sharp correction in the short term. If this wave of short forces is not released, the stock price may find it difficult to rise further. But in the absence of major negative news, the stock's bullish force may not let the stock price fall too much, and it is expected that this wave of selling will not cause the stock price to fall below the $112.60 level. Of course, this wave of pullback does not necessarily seem to be the best buying opportunity, because in the current uncertain market environment, even if the stock price rebounds, the bulls may still be suppressed by the bears again. Okay, guys, this is my price forecast for AMD stock. Thank you for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.